everybody, this is Lisa, Paper Lace and Bling. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to make myself an organizer for digital kits. I have got to, I'm not necessarily going to keep everything for the digital kits in here. Like this one, Line Dot Arrow, she always has like one of these cover sheets that you can print. So this is going to remind me what the kit looks like, and if I don't have this, then I would probably print out something maybe with tags on it or something like that that will show me the colors that are in it, maybe the type of, you know, if it's birds or flowers or people or, you know, dogs, whatever the theme is. And then I would be able to flip through and say, oh, this would be perfect for what I want to do. I have lost a lot of my digital kits because I had an external hard drive on my machine, but apparently it was not the better kind. I don't know. My son explained it to me, but he started saying hard drive, and it was just like went to blah 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 blah. Just tell me, can you get my stuff off of here? And he said no. And I said, can somebody? And he said, I will have to research it. So he's going to research it and see if I can get somebody to send the hard drive to blah blah blah, on and on. You know, it's the same old story. So anyway, so I had this. This is a really, really thick book board. This used to be a floor covering thing that you flip through, and it had all different kinds of things. I never had the inside of it, but by, you know, what you could see on the outside of this before I Sookwine taped it all. Now, I mainly used my, 4-inch Sookwine tape. I used that 3 times here, just because I want, this is a handmade paper, and it's huge, and that's another reason I chose it, because it will be able to cover the whole book in one fell swoop. So that is going to be my quick and easy method. I'm just going to do this last little section, and I've got my, I think this is what's left of my 3/8 inch tape, but it's going down anyway. This way everything's covered. Because this is handmade paper, it just needs that extra support. So I'm just, and you noticed I didn't open it up and lay it flat. It does not work near as nicely that way, and I'm leaving a bit extra. Push that down. I'm leaving a bit extra and flipping it over, so then when I go to flip over, I've got that part done. Yeah, I went a little cuckoo on a few pieces, but you know. Anywho, so that is my plan. I just want to burnish all of this really well. But I went ahead and did all of that before I got you on, so that you wouldn't have to be bored watching me do. I've also done this with everything but the first couple pieces. And let me just get these pushed down here. Make sure they're nice and stuck. Okay. Now, this paper, I have so much of this. Can you see? It looks like it's kind of leather or a hide. It's kind of like a hide. So I thought, well, that's kind of neat. And it's this actually pretty durable feeling and such. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now And I thought maybe this might work. Okay, so I have a little thing here. Yeah, and that's going to help me to stand it up. So I'm liking that right off the bat. Right off the bat. Okay. Now, the only thing is because it's all one piece, pretty much going to have to all come off and then put the paper down. Okay? So that will be a little bit tricky. Had I done it this way, I could have, you know, done just the piece on the binding and got it started. Now there is an option. This is the front, but it doesn't really matter if you start from the front or the back. You can pull this, make sure this doesn't sit down. You can pull this to, you know, about wherever you'd want to start, and then put it back. So you could do something like that, and then all you would have to do is peel up this section. You could also take an X-Acto knife and just lightly score and probably didn't do anything right here at the beginning. Yeah, it might have a little bit of problems here or there, but for the most part, this is probably the way I'm going to do it. Okay. There we go. It is 34-ish, 35-ish and raining. So I was going to make some phone calls tonight, but nothing. I even tried to load up a couple of videos. Nope, not going to have it. It's when it rains, we are just out of luck. So that's why sometimes I don't post. You know, I've stopped saying when I'm going to post. I do every 3 to 4 days is what I try and do. But, you know, sometimes it's just hard. Okay, so I have it about equal, and I don't need, oh, now stop. Okay, so I need something heavy to go in here. Let's see, I do have my water. Maybe that will help hold it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stand up for this, and I'm going to back you out as much as I can. And I'm going to, let's see, I just want to find my center. Okay, so now I know, and I want to come out past just a little bit. And just rub that down lightly because, you know, we'll push on it too hard and then we will collapse it again. Okay. So, I've taken the center out and now I'm giving it a nice firm push, and I want to get it down on this side around that corner nicely, and same on this side. There we go. Now it's pretty much ready for us to go ahead and do one side and then the other. So this, we're just going to pull all of these off. Hence the reason I used the nicer bigger pieces, because I would have been pulling off all day long. And then I'm just going to rub it right down. And if I get a little bit of a crinkle, it's no problem because it looks like hide. Okay. Then I'm going to bring this around here and pull the rest of all this off. And when you have big pages, big sheets like this one, you know that I keep them because they are great for all kinds of things that you don't want to stick in places. I have a bunch of them, so I will throw these away, but if you ever come across some big ones, keep them. Okay, so let's flip this. See if I can get this in the camera shot right here. Okay. Oh, it was $7.99 for this one sheet of paper. That was a pretty good deal, actually. Anyway, okay, so now I want to pull this around the edge and just lay it down. There we go. We'll take care of all the excess in a little while. Not worried about it. Not worried about it at all. Okay, so now we're going to finish off. See, I don't think I can. I'll have to do this backwards. Alrighty. So, pull this all down. Come on. There we go. And then just... Oh, come on now. There we go. And one more. There we go. All right. So, just going to lay this down. Oh man, it just makes it so much quick and easier. If you don't have tape, if you don't want to spend the time on tape, I did this. If it was just me crafting in my room, I would have glued it. And I would have glued it in sections. I would have started on the spine, and then while it's bent, I would have flipped it over and just glued as I went. But because I've got you guys, I'm trying to do this, you know, so it's not so long of a video. So here we go. Oh, and I got in here probably an hour and a half ago, and I just started cleaning. And I'm like, I really should put this on video, but it was like things I couldn't do sitting down. There's a lot of that. Why do we pull out so much Christmas? I'm like, you know, I never even touched this. Why did I pull it out? Just stretching that around the edge of the book and getting it down on the page. There we go. So now all I'm going to do is cut off. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't even touch half of the stuff. Well, maybe I did, but I think there's at least a quarter of it that I pulled out that I'm just going to be putting back. It's like, why did I even do this? Okay, so I'm leaving myself about a good inch. This is very substantial paper as I'm trying to cut through it. Did you see my tongue come out? Okay. Oh, I'm really not trying to advertise for Line Dot Arrow, but Natalie is a sweet lady and she has gorgeous kits, but it's just the thing that I put in there to show you what I was trying to do. And these things are kind of a pain in the butt, but I actually like having them with papers. It just makes it so much nicer. Okay, so here we have a nice clean piece. Now, to get everything folded under the way we want it. Now you have, of course, your centerpieces. So this area here will have to get cut down so that it will fit underneath. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I am going to line up where it is that I'm going to want to make sure this clears. And I'm going to just try and leave enough space to make sure I actually get it on the bottom of the book, you know, covering the bottom and flipped up without it being too cut off. And then I'm just going to come across and cut that like that. Okay, can you see how I did that? So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm just lining it up right with the edge of this side and then right with the edge of this side. And cutting in but leaving enough space that I know I will be able to get it onto this surface before the cutout is actually happening. And let's just take that across there. That may or may not work. I think I need to cut more. There we go. Okay, can you see that? Yes. All right. So, on the corners, you certainly, see, let me make sure you can see. You certainly don't want to fold over with all of this stuff here, right? And normally I do the long sides and then I cut the V. But let's see. Let's trim this piece right off at the book. There we go. And then let's just give it a little V section there. All right. And there will be some areas that'll need to be glued down, so we will catch that. And we do want to make sure that we leave enough in our corner that we can push down and bring around so that we get a nice corner on our piece, okay? I will show you a close-up of that when we get to it. So now we're going to cut right up against the book. Come out of there. Okay. There we go. I left a good 1/8 of an inch. I mean, a really good, almost more than an 1/8 of an inch. Probably like 3/16, because these corners are probably going to get, this is probably going to get a lot of use. Once I build up my kits again. So, and maybe if I get my other kit, maybe all those other kits that I have on that external hard drive. So my son bought me another external hard drive, but it's the right one with, it's the correct one with the proper something or other. I don't know. I'm like, okay, if you're sure. I'm going to go ahead and do this one kind of backwards because I am kind of backwards. Okay. We just don't want a ton of bulk. All right. All these little pieces can go into the garbage. Oh, I wanted to show you. Haven't been to the Dollar Tree in a while, but the gal that comes and helps me with my Etsy shop, she said, I picked up a few things for you. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. I love surprises. And so she got these. She took some of them and gave some to me. They're little heart-shaped. They're for like sprinkles on the table. But look how cute with the lips. Can you see that? Aren't those adorable? I love those. And then you got the heart. Now they are just plastic, but they're shiny. And then they have the little, the little clear baubles. But it's just so cute and such a sweet. She's such a sweet gal. I just love my Brandy. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. Oops. But yeah, these are super cute. Okay. Put those. I just have to figure out where I'm going to keep them. I don't think I put them in the buttons. I wouldn't put them in with my rhinestones, really. So I have to figure out where I'm going to put them. And then the other thing she got me, and she got me two, is this heart ribbon lace. So, for those of you that haven't been to Dollar Tree for a little while, look how cute they are. They're so cute. Yeah, so I was quite pleased with my little surprise. And, but I also wanted to show you, this is cute trim. And there's 3 yards on each. So I got a lot of that. I was very happy. Yay! Love surprises. Okay, now I do have some of my glue, my art glitter glue here. I still have not brought my other bottle in. And I don't know how many times I've been out there today saying, grab that bottle and take it in the craft room. Grab that bottle and take it in the craft room. Lisa, grab that bottle, take it in the craft room. No. It's been a little while since I've used this one, and I can tell. It is plugged up. Yeah, nothing coming out of there. All right, so we're back to my brand new bottle is almost halfway gone. I'm going to have to go and buy some more. It's amazing how much glue I go through. I'm just going to run a bit of this up underneath here to catch all of that. There we go. And I'm going to put some right in the corners. Let me see if I can... Okay, we can move this back out of the way. Okay. All right. So, I guess I did not get enough there. There's that. Now, I'm going to put a bit in the corner where I have the excess, and I'm going to run a bead right along the book's edge all the way across. Of course, you're not going to be able to see this side, but I'm giving you a close-up. All right, so I did that all the way across, and now I'm going to put a bead all the way across the top. And of course, can I get this in? Just barely. When I get down to here, I'm just going to follow. There we go. This actually needs to be, there we go. Love these new scissors. Titanium. Okay, so now let me get this back. Where is my score? There it is. Okay, let me get this back on the corner. So you guys, holy Hannah, this is big. Okay, so here's my corner. I'm going to push down just like we do when we're doing our books. Push down, pull around, you kind of got to do it kind of from the center at the same time. And this is where it's easier if you have it with tape, because it instantly grabs and you don't have to hold on to it. Okay, so we have this side pretty well. It's not really stretched very well, but it's the nature of the paper as well, because it is not a flat paper. It is an embossed paper. Okay, so let me see if I can show you on this one. Again, we're going to fold it over, bring everything around. Do I need to glue? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Okay, let's get that down. All right. So we folded this over the edge, and now we're going to pull this side up and get this center down nicely. Really want to make sure that you're working that center area, and then just pull this around your edge. And burnish everything. There we go. You know, you're because of pre-existing, you're not going to be able to get up underneath here, but don't worry about it. It's going to be a beautiful little book. Well, it's not going to be little. But there, you can see my corners. There. They're nice. There's a little bit of bulk, but they're also a little bulky. And here is the edge around here. And I do have little pokies that they're like poked up. If you take your tool and push on those, it will push that into that glue and make it just wonderful. You do want to make sure that you kind of got nice corners, all right? Nice corners and ends. So I'm just going to pull you back out so you can see what you can see and work on the other side here. Okay, so we're going to put some glue in the corner, run a nice bead all the way down the end of the book, and then more in that corner, and then this piece here. Nice bead. And then here, and here, and here. Okay. So we're going to bring this down here. Now I've got quite a bit on this side, but that's okay. This is a bigger book. It's a little bulky. It's just not that big of a deal. Okay. Now, I'm just going to... Oh, I broke a fingernail. What else is new? Just going to pull this around. Move these. And I'm not worried about getting that center in right at this moment. I am giving it a little bit more down the fold line. Giving it a little bit more pushing and shoving. Burnishing it a little extra. Okay. Now let's make sure you can see this other side. So I'm going to fold it around the corner. Let's put this back over here. And then I'm pulling. And get that. And now I'm going to pull around this edge and tuck everything down in there so it's all nice and covered. All right. So we have covered ourselves an old... I've had this for probably 10 years. Yeah, we're covering it with a... Now, if you get raised up areas when you go to fold it, then it's not dry enough. So I am going to take a little bit of a break. Somebody just tried to call me on my phone. I have to go and see who it was. I'm going to let this dry. And then we'll see. You know, maybe I'll give it a little decoration. But anyway, you have seen how easy it is to cover a piece, you know, an old 3-ring binder. Even a new 3-ring binder. I mean, you know, you buy the white ones and the black ones and it's like, oh, but I want it to be pretty. So you can cover them. I also need desperately, oh, so sorry, to do this one and finish up my tags and my tabs. So one of these days I'll get to that one, but I figured I better start with the cover on this one or I won't do it. Past experience has proven it. All right, guys, I'm going to let this dry. I'll be back for you in a second. Hey, guys, welcome back. So I know that this is going to get dirty. I mean, it's even already gotten some dirty marks on it that I guess from dragging across my table. So I'm just going to try and make it look like I've had it for a long time. I got some antique linen, and then I have the Prima, and it's called Crackle. So I just thought I'm not going to do, you know, everything, but I want to make it definitely look like, you know, this has been around for a while. It's got a little dirt on it, and I'm good with that because I'm probably one of the, I don't know. I don't work with white very often because I just can't seem to keep things that clean. So, you know, stuff happens. It's not that big a deal. And I do want to carry this through the whole thing, so I am going to kind of just catch a bit here and there, and it's just aging it nicely, and then I don't have to worry about making any marks on it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a new car. You know, nobody wants to be the first one to get the mark on it. So that's what I'm doing, and I know some of this is off camera, but I was kind of hoping that you know, that you'd be able to see the little bit of color. Little bit is the primary thing here, but there is just a little bit of brown throughout, so it just kind of looks, you know, aged, like it'd been here, and it's just a little grimy, dirty, you know, just a little, not terrible. So now I have the tea dyed. I'm pretty sure I have somewhere a large glass, you know, mark, and I thought about just getting my husband's coffee tomorrow and doing it, which I might do. I don't drink coffee, but I thought, you know, this can just be an ink bottle. Would I want to do this with tea dye if I want it to be an ink bottle? But I do have these little, yeah, let's just see what we get here. See, it's just gonna make it where I don't have to worry about it. And I kind of like that. All right, so we have that one. Let's see, I have a little bit of this Tide Pool and a very, very bad, what's left of my piece there. And I'm just gonna, yeah, see, I don't want it to look like I'm trying to make it look dirty. I just want it to look like there's been a little accident after a little accident, and, you know, there's, and I can use the same color because, you know, I can do anything I want. Riley, I can. And so can you. If you want it to be pristine, then by all means, you guys make yours pristine. And I don't want a lot of layers on this because it needs to fit in an exact spot. And if I have layers, they're liable to hook and lift and all that. So I'm not really interested in that. Okay, so there's a little Tide Pool on there. I don't know what color this was. But I think tomorrow, I'm just going to get a cup of my husband's coffee and put a couple on here. But you guys get the idea. I'm just trying to make it like, oops, I dropped. See? Oh no, I did it again. There we go. Just having some fun with it. We can, oh no, let me see if I can wipe it. You see, I already let it dry. Here I've got a little bit of ink. Clean that off. There we go. See, is there anything on this? No, not much. Yeah. I mean, that is kind of what I wanted to do, was just, that's some glue, is just mark it up a little bit. I know it's kind of weird, guys, but I I've been the one to put the first dent or scratch on a car, and it ain't not fun. It's not very fun at all. So, I mean, you can make this a work of art, but I really liked this paper, and I really like the look of it. So that's the way I'm going to leave it. It's just got some little imperfections on it, and I am just tickled pink with that. It's fine with me. So then all I'm going to do is start collecting, and as I start collecting my digital kits, pieces like this, I think there's going to be an envelope with each one of these for all of the ephemera that I cut out. And because I usually do print the ephemera, but and I may print, you know, we'll just have to see as I go along. So yeah, so next will be I'll just, you know, I'm just gonna find some paper and cover this up. Probably just get a couple of my 12 by 12s and just cut it and lay it down, so you guys don't have to see that. But that's pretty much it. That's what I'm doing. I was trying to get this piece off, but it's not a piece. It's it's the lid. Okay. All right. So that was it. Just a little chance to get some stencils out, have a little fun, little play. And, you know, you might find that I'm going to drip something else on here. Let's see. Let's do something real quick. I got some water. Let's just pick something other than green or blue, and not an oxide. Here's some ripe persimmon. Oh, good, and it's nice and juicy. Okay, so I'm going to take. Which one do I want to take? I'm just gonna get this wet. Make sure my bristles are nice and loose. Isn't that cool? I love it. I'm gonna open this up. Let's get some more on there. And it just looks like I oversprayed it. And there you go. And you can even take like if you want to, I'll do it on the back so you can see if that is like, try and wipe it off. And it just spreads it around a little bit more. Just give it a little wipe. I'm going to leave that just the way it is. Yeah. So there you go. And then I can go, oh, darn, I dropped the brush. That one didn't work very well. Oh, darn, I dropped the brush. Oh, look at that. Whoops. Oh, no. What happened there? There we go. I tell you, I am in the mood to do some fun stuff. So that's going to come up pretty soon, I think. I think so, guys. But until then, we had some fun with this bad boy. Now I just need to clean up my space. But I don't have to worry about getting this dirty. It makes me a happy girl. All right, guys. Until next time. See you later. Bye.